Well, firefighters have been on the scene all morning at a restaurant fire in Wimberley. Fox 7's Jacqueline Sarkeesian's there live outside the Cypress Creek Cafe with the latest now. Jacqueline?
Lord, crews are still out here on scene. The Wimberley Fire Chief says they expect to be out here for the most of the day. He also says the cafe is a total loss. Right now, only 90% of it is contained, so most of it is over with. Right now, they're working to put out the hot spots if you want to take a look at what is happening right now. Now, the chief also goes on to say the fire started in the kitchen, most likely from a hot air explosion, which means a buildup of gases. The owner and his wife lived on top of the cafe, and by the time the fire alarm went off, they barely made it out, but luckily they made it out safely. They did lose a few pets that lived with them, but no other injuries have been reported. This cafe is one of the oldest buildings in Wimberley, built in the early 1900s. Many people that I've spoken with say it's the heart of the town and a huge loss for the community.
This cafe is iconic. This cafe is just such an integral part of what embodies the soul and the spirit of our community. My wife owns the other half of the cafe here in town, but this one is clearly a mile or just a cornerstone of what we're about, and we'd really just kind of gotten through the weekend thinking how fortunate we were. I hate to say how we celebrate that we've had our second anniversary since the flood. But now that this happens, this was not, no one wanted this or no one would have wished this.
The mayor goes on to say it's a strange coincidence this fire happened when it did. He, as well as many other people in Wimberley, have offered the owner and his wife to live with them in the meantime as they figure out their next move. There's already been a GoFundMe page set up for the owners since they not only lost their iconic business, but also their home. And this fire also affects 54 other people who worked at the cafe. Many of them we spoke with, some of them say they've already started to make phone calls. They've set up bands for the next several months to perform at the cafe. Now they have to cancel that and try to figure out their next steps. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Jacqueline Sarkeesian live in Wimberley this morning.